We're starting with the Mangalacharn. Om Agyanatimirandasya Gyananjana Shalakaya Chakshur Unmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Svayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Svapadantikam Avandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Padakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavaham Shri Rupam Sagrajatan Sahagana Ragunatan Vitam Tam Sajivam Sadvetam Savadutam Padijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakan Vitam Scha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Brindabaneshwari Vrishabhanusute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Panchakalpatrobhyas Chakri Pasindubhya Evacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasari Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Rama Ram Hare Hare Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya
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 Jai. So, Chapter 2, Text 53. It's okay. Are you ready?
Yep,
Okay.
I'm ready.
Are you ready, Dawn?
Yes.
Okay. Shruti vipratipanate yada statasyati nischala samadva achala buddhis tada yogam avapsyasi. When your mind is no longer disturbed by the flowery language of the Vedas, and when it remains fixed in the trance of self-realization, then you will have attained the divine consciousness. Purport: to say that one is in samadhi is to say that one has fully realized Krishna consciousness. That is, one in full samadhi has realized Brahman, Paramatma, and Bhagavan. The highest perfection of self-realization is to understand that one is eternally the servitor of Krishna, and that one's only business is to discharge one's duties in Krishna consciousness. A Krishna-conscious person or unflinching devotee of the Lord should not be disturbed by the flowery language of the Vedas, nor be engaged in fruitive activities for promotion to the heavenly kingdom. In Krishna consciousness, one comes directly into communion with Krishna, and thus all directions from Krishna may be understood in that transcendental state. One is sure to achieve results by such activities and attain conclusive knowledge. One has only to carry out the orders of Krishna or his representative, the spiritual master. End of purport. So, when I see when your mind is no longer disturbed by the flowery language of the Vedas, I mean, one of the things that I get from that is that we're not enthralled by two things. From the Christian or Western perspective, we're not overwhelmed by the letter of the law. We're not caught up in the letter of the law. And we see that in some religions, people are caught up in the letter of the law. And in the case of people in Sanatana Dharma or Hinduism, we're going to see that people are caught up in the rituals, and they are really looking for the fruitive results of these rituals and sacrifices. They're looking for some sort of payoff ultimately. But here, the devotees are not. they ideally, in unalloyed bhakti, one is looking to be the servitor of the Lord, of Guru and Gauranga. Ultimately, people, it says one, in the end of purport, it says one has to only carry out the orders of Krishna or his representative, the spiritual master. So a pure guru is going to be completely in line with Krishna. They're going to be completely doing the instructions of Krishna. They're not going to be there for their own enrichment. They're not going to be there to make themselves rich or to satisfy their ego's desire for followers. They're going to be there just to serve Krishna. And I think we saw this in Prabhupada. We saw that he was there just wanting to just have the worldwide movement of Krishna consciousness. So, if we can find such a devotee and serve them, that is perfection. That's easier said than done. It's not easy to find such a person, especially nowadays, and it's not easy to actually fulfill those instructions, because often it will involve dedicating a good swath of your life to that. But we just ultimately we do what we're comfortable with and what comes naturally to us. But it's all due to like the cultivation of the higher taste. I think that was said like very recently. I think the higher taste is actually, it's invoked somewhere recently.
Isn't that a cookbook?
Yeah, it is a cookbook. It is a cookbook, yes.
Yeah, Prabhupada used the book.
But I think it's in one of these verses. Krishna actually says, being drawn to the higher taste, if I'm not mistaken.
I like that.
Yeah, I just I don't have the search feature on this, but anyway. But that is it's not just, we're not looking for just detachment, just cold detachment. The detachment comes with the higher taste. It's not something we should be striving for in the beginning, because if we don't have something to replace that with, like we are drawn to the senses, we have to draw ourselves to the beauty of what Krishna has to offer. And if we don't do that first, then simply being attached, we're just going to be withdrawn. We're going to be like in hibernation. And eventually we'll just go right back to whatever it is that we were hankering for in the first place.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You see people. Do you see that happen?
Oh, yeah. I mean, you even see it among devotees, ultimately. Yeah. I mean, it's when Bhaktivinoda Thakur said renunciation must come from the heart. And a lot of devotees over the decades, they have been drawn to becoming brahmacharis and sannyasis, and they maybe not for the right reasons.
Mm-hmm.
And
they falsely renounce.
Yeah. And if you look in the history of the bigger organizations, you'll find that there were a lot of devotees who did fall down, and it caused a lot of upheaval, and it caused people to lose their faith ultimately.
Because once you detach like that, if you don't have that right knowledge,
right,
you're gonna get lost, because now you're disconnected from everything. It's almost like isolation without that clear vision for that, right? You see it happen in the yoga land, like people get too into Kundalini or something, and they come so far away, but once they get there, they're like, I'm here, I've detached, but now I don't have that pull towards something rooting me. Because you have to,
I just want to add one more thing. Like, I just started reading the biography of Ayendra Prabhu. Did you ever read it before? I just literally stumbled upon it this morning.
Wow, really?
Yeah, because like I was trying to figure out, like, was he into music before he met the devotees? That was my big question.
Was he?
Yes. Yeah. The answer is yes. He was part of, I think he had his own band, and he actually played for another famous band. I don't remember the name of that band, but it's one that's fairly well known that they asked him to play. He was like that good at rock and playing the guitar. But he met the devotees, and he was so just overcome by reading Sri Upanishad that he was actually afraid to read anything more. He was afraid to like see Prabhupada because he knew the moment that he drew close to Prabhupada, he would immediately surrender. He knew that from the get-go.
Oh, wow.
How old was he when he met Prabhupada?
Good question. I think he was, 1972, 1973. He was like 20 years old, pretty much.
So he was older than me.
Yeah, like maybe, I think 19 was when he got his first taste. He might have read Sri Sopanishad when he was 19.
Okay.
What's his name before what's his given name?
His legal name, Eddie Stryker.
Eddie Stryker?
Yeah.
That's like such a punk name.
It sounds so familiar.
Yes, it does. That's
Right?
why I asked.
Yes,
'Cause
I think
feel
there's something very attractive about his name, Edward
Yeah.
Stryker. Yeah,
No,
Yeah.
because I feel like that name isn't my.
yeah. Kind of reminds me of Tom Storm in a way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I love his name.
Stryker and Tom Storm.
Yeah, right.
Good.
Mm.
Oh, 9:44.
Is
I don't-
it?
Yes,
Yeah,
we
we
were
talked.
talking quite well.
I don't know if
Missed each other.
Yeah.
We have a student here already.
I don't know if we want to try to do another verse. It may be like
Yeah,
too close for comfort.
I'd rather not rush
I
through
don't
it.
want to rush through
No,
the
you're
next
right.
one
It's
because,
okay.
what are symptoms of
Mm.
one whose consciousness is thus merged?
Yeah.
It's kind of important one.
Yeah.
I think, for me anyway.
Actually, I spoke about this in a lecture. Did you see it, Dawn?
I did.
No.
I didn't watch it yet.
I
Okay.
watched it. It was
Oh.
very
Wait,
good.
Thank
how
you.
do I get these? Do
Oh,
you
I-
get like a notification?
I-
No, he
He's been
posted
sending
it
them out.
in the Friday Night Kirtan group.
And on my Facebook
And
page.
it's Ashram Talks. So
Okay.
if you follow,
Oh.
go to YouTube and follow Ashram Talks. It
It'll come.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll text you the link.
Okay, thank you.
Of course.
Yeah,
Mhm.
exactly. And that's why I don't want to rush through it because you had a lot of great things to say
I appreciate it.
in that, and I don't want to just be like, nah, let's fluff over this one
Uh huh.
because I have questions.
How often are you doing these talks?
It's very sporadic. I would say like every 3 weeks. I haven't scheduled one. I haven't scheduled my next one yet because of the move. I don't know.
Yeah. So are
Yeah.
you contacting them and saying, okay, I would like
They
to.
contact you,
Well,
right?
Somebody set me up into this service, and basically there's an app where there's like a spreadsheet that has the schedule,
Oh,
and you
can
just
put yourself
all
in
you do
there.
is write your name in wherever you want.
Okay, that's pretty cool. And
And-
what a great service.
and thank
it
you.
really is.
And they have some really amazing speakers there. I'd say the most prominent one is his given name is Simon Haas.
Yeah.
yeah.
His spiritual name is Sundar Gopal,
Yeah.
but he's
he wrote some pretty
Have you
amazing
read his
books.
stuff?
I haven't read it, but I met him years ago. Like he was not famous at the time.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
That sounds.
He wrote
Dark Night of the
Dark
Soul
Night of
the
and
Soul.
then
Yeah. Okay.
something Dharma.
The
the other
those-
one that I was just reading.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
read it too.
Oh, you did?
Something Dharma.
Yeah. Did you
Yeah,
like
yeah.
it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
I
listened
loved
to
him. I
some
think
of
he's
it.
amazing. Yeah, I saw him on
When are
there
you
too.
moving?
the end of the month, like
This
I would
month?
say, like maybe
October?
either October 31st or November 1st or
Awesome.
something.
But-
Yeah.
So you start November 1st, your lease, is that it?
That's the beginning of the lease. Yeah.
All right.
Did you get